Ever wonder what happens to your mind when you spend too much time alone? We're not just talking about a quiet evening. Imagine days, weeks, or even months with minimal human contact. It turns out, isolation can profoundly warp our perception of reality, messing with everything from how we see time to how we understand space. Humans are inherently social creatures. Our brains are wired for interaction, constantly processing social cues, comparing experiences, and validating our perceptions through others. When that input is drastically reduced or removed, our internal compass can start to spin. One of the most striking effects of prolonged isolation is on our perception of time. Without external events, work schedules, social appointments, even the simple rhythm of daily interactions, time can become incredibly fluid. Days can blend into one another, and estimating durations becomes a monumental task. Think about astronauts on long-duration missions or individuals in solitary confinement. Many report a sense of timelessness, where the past, present, and future become indistinguishable. A fascinating study on individuals undergoing sensory deprivation found similar results. Participants consistently overestimated short time intervals and underestimated longer ones. It's as if the brain, starved of external markers, struggles to maintain a consistent internal clock. But it's not just time that gets distorted. Our perception of space can also go haywire. When confined to a limited environment, our understanding of distance, scale, and even the boundaries of our own bodies can shift. Humans evolved as social animals. Our brains are basically Wi-Fi routers. They start acting weird when nothing is connected to them. Studies on extreme isolation have shown that people can develop what's called cabin fever, but beyond the irritation, some experience a blurring of personal space. The physical dimensions of their environment might feel simultaneously vast and suffocating. Without external reference points, the brain creates its own, sometimes bizarre, spatial map. So, why does this happen? Our brains constantly build a model of the world based on sensory input and social interaction. When we're isolated, that input becomes sparse and repetitive. The brain, in its attempt to make sense of the void, might start to generate its own reality. This can manifest as vivid dreams, hallucinations, or even a profound sense of derealization, where the world feels unreal or dreamlike. In isolation, even physical space feels different. Without new stimuli, the brain begins recycling old patterns. That makes your room feel smaller or sometimes huge. Corners feel farther away, walls feel closer, and familiar objects suddenly look off. This is your brain trying to create structure when reality stops giving it clues. Back in the 1960s, scientists did some of the wildest experiments ever. They put volunteers alone in caves with no clocks, no sunlight, no social contact. What happened? People thought days were hours, others thought hours. Were days. One guy believed he stayed 30 days, but came out after 60 sleep cycles broke down completely. Some participants even developed gentle hallucinations, like hearing voices or seeing shapes, not because they were sick, but because the brain hates running without external signals. You don't need a cave to lose reality. Isolation today looks like working from home for weeks, endless scrolling, not talking to anyone except your cat, staying in your own bubble too long. Your brain starts drifting the same way, just slower. This isn't just a quirky phenomenon. It highlights how deeply intertwined our mental well-being is with our social environment. Regular interaction provides crucial feedback loops, helping us calibrate our perceptions and confirm what's real. So, the next time you're feeling a bit stir-crazy after a solo weekend, remember that your brain is simply craving the rich, dynamic input that only a diverse, social world can provide. It's a reminder to step out, connect, and let the real world help keep your internal clock and compass ticking just right.